ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
We begin with breaking news. Military service members were rushed to a San Diego hospital. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. The Army says there was an incident at a training location here in the county. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony PURA joins us with an update on this story. Anthony.
Steve, Kimberly, we have been able to confirm some of that information here within the past hour or so. According to an Army public affairs officer, they're calling this an aircraft incident, and at this point, they are able to confirm that at least one service member was injured. I do want to show you some video now. This was video taken by an ABC 10 News viewer. This was taken at Scripps Memorial around 7 p.m. It shows what looks like a military helicopter landing at the hospital. According to the witness that shot this video, there were 2 helicopters that landed, and then medical staff took a handful of patients off the choppers in hospital gurneys, and you can see some of that happening in the video there as well. Now, we try to confirm with the military whether the injured were indeed taken to Scripps. They could not confirm that tonight. They could also not say where this aircraft incident took place, only that it happened at a training location in San Diego County. Of course, we will stay on top of this story. According to that public affairs officer, they will be releasing more information tomorrow, and once that happens, we will bring you an update as soon as that information becomes available. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony PURA, ABC 10 News.
Anthony, thank you. And as he just mentioned, we will share the latest information from the Army on 10news.com and the ABC 10 News app, as well as during our newscasts tomorrow.
Tonight, friends and family of the woman found dead on a Chula Vista street gathered at the scene for a vigil in her honor. Police say her death is suspicious. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo was at the vigil. She has the very latest on the police investigation.
The family tells me they have no idea who would do this. They asked for privacy, but told me their loved one leaves behind 2 daughters. Gathering in a tight circle, family and friends of the woman found dead in Chula Vista Thursday morning prayed for strength and guidance. Chula Vista police say it was around midnight Thursday that officers responded to Shasta and 2nd Street for reports of a person unresponsive on the ground. Officers found a woman naked, face down, and not breathing in the street. They tried CPR, but she died on scene.
I was shocked a little bit. You just don't know what's going on.
Police spent the day investigating, talking to neighbors, looking for clues. The death is considered suspicious, and police don't think she was hit by a car. One neighbor heard this roughly 20 minutes before she was found.
I did hear a vehicle revving up its engine out here and going around the corner over here. I sleep on that side in the bedroom. I heard the vehicle go around the corner.
Family lit candles and left balloons, writing "Laura, we love you" in pink chalk. Neighbors stopping by to give their condolences.
Appreciate that, thank you. I don't think she's from this street, and I think she was dropped off. Hopefully they can find out what happened to this young lady and find out whoever did it.
Police say the woman is from Chula Vista. Anyone with information is asked to call San Diego County Crime Stoppers. In Chula Vista, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Also tonight, there are protests in the streets of Kenosha, Wisconsin for a 4th straight night over the police shooting of 29-year-old Jacob Blake. It is a stark contrast from the night before when 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse allegedly shot a group of protesters, killing 2 and wounding a 3rd. Yesterday, the Wisconsin Attorney General identified the officer who shot Blake.
While holding on to Mr. Blake's shirt, Officer Rustin Shesky fired his service weapon 7 times. Officer Shesky fired the weapon into Mr. Blake's back.
Now, this comes as reports tonight that Jacob Blake is being handcuffed to his hospital bed. This is according to his father. The Kenosha Police and Sheriff's Department, as well as the District Attorney's Office, have not yet responded for a request for comment on this. The hospital is deferring those questions to the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
President Trump formally accepted the Republican nomination for a 2nd term. His acceptance speech painted a picture of contrast between his vision for the future of America and that of his running mate, Joe Biden. As ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports, the president focused on the economy, his ability to get things done, and his support of law and order.
I profoundly accept this nomination for President of the United States.
President Trump closing out the Republican National Convention at the House he hopes to call home for another 4 years. As disconcerting realities pervade the Republican Party's capstone night, 3 crises are gripping the nation. Hurricane Laura barreling into the Gulf Coast, the coronavirus pandemic claiming the lives of 180,000 Americans, and violent unrest in Wisconsin following the police shooting of Jacob Blake. The president and the GOP making law and order a central message of Trump's re-election campaign.
In the strongest possible terms, the Republican Party condemns the rioting, looting, arson, and violence we have seen in Democrat-run cities all, like Kenosha, Minneapolis, Portland, Chicago, and New York, and many others.
Unlike the Democrats who are running in fear of the mob in the street, President Trump has never apologized for supporting police officers and standing up for law and order.
Vice President Mike Pence did not mention Jacob Blake's name once during his RNC address. The black man shot 7 times in the back by police in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Pence instead echoing Trump's rule of law platform.
We will have law and order on the streets of this country for every American of every race and creed and color.
And as the RNC comes to an end, a united theme from the GOP echoed throughout the week.
You won't be safe in Joe Biden's America.
Joe Biden is basically the Loch Ness Monster of the swamp.
Joe Biden is good for Iran and ISIS, great for communist China.
Joe Biden, who had been laying low during the convention, hitting back.
The problem we have right now is we're in Donald Trump's America. What's he doing? He's kept pouring gasoline on the fire. This happens to be Donald Trump's America. Donald Trump's America.
And scattered throughout Trump's address to Republicans and the nation, messages of America's achievements and an appeal to voters for 4 more years.
We cannot help but marvel at the miracle that is our great American story.
Now both tickets get ready to hit the campaign trail ahead. Joe Biden says he's going to critical swing states like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. Trump, meanwhile, in his capacity as president, says he's going to spend some time this weekend in areas ravaged by Hurricane Laura. Andrew Dimber, ABC News, the White House.
And this just in tonight. In just a couple of hours, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is expected to resign. According to local media in Japan, Prime Minister Abe is resigning over concerns about his health. He's made 2 visits to the hospital over the past week. Abe is the longest-serving prime minister in Japan's history.
An uncontrolled coronavirus outbreak has completely shut down a Foster Farms plant in Central California. Merced County health officials made that announcement today. They say so far 358 of the employees at the Livingston facility have tested positive. 8 of them have died of COVID-19. Merced County officials say they've made several attempts, including 2 formal directives, to get the plant to increase testing and implement safety measures since June. And officials say those directives were not followed.
The Oceanside Navy veteran sentenced to over 9 years in prison for torturing animals may be getting out of prison early. In 2018, David Herbert was convicted of abusing his Oceanside neighbor's dogs, which included gouging out a husky's eye and then burning the others with chemicals. Oceanside police released a statement today saying that due to COVID-19 and Herbert's rescheduled 2021 parole, he may be eligible for early release. The department said neither they, the county DA's office, nor any victims were consulted about these developments.
The La Mesa Spring Valley School District is canceling its contract with the company that provides its online learning platform because of reports of racist and inappropriate content. Just days before the start of the school year, the district is cutting ties with Kansas City-based Acellus. Parents in Hawaii posted one Acellus lesson in which students were asked what terrorist group Osama bin Laden belonged to, and one of the multiple choice responses was towel ban. Another question portrays abolitionist Harriet Tubman as a criminal. Music Watson tells KPBS her office did not officially endorse Acellus.
We had one employee who recommended this based on personal experience. She won't be doing that anymore, and we're working internally to clarify and make sure that all of our employees are familiar with our process for vetting different technology.
The assistant superintendent in La Mesa, Spring Valley, says that Acellus was only included as a supplemental component of its distance learning curriculum.